Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. Thank you so much for finding time once again. Karibuni sana. If you are a new subscriber, make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that you can be notified every time that we upload a video. So today I'm here to enlighten you, or maybe take you through the right records to keep. I know most of us, we've been talking about keep your records straight, make sure you write any expenses that you have, or what money comes in, or maybe how much money goes out of your bank or your account, such and such. But do you know the exact records that you're supposed to keep? So when I think I've talked about groups empowerment, hizi machama zenye tunaendanga. So personally for us, we have a trainer, so whatever I have learned there, I'm going to also transfer here. So for this book, actually this book is 3,000 Kenyan shillings. You cannot believe, but it's 3,000 Kenyan shillings, and it's so expensive to know that people can write down things to help us. And it is just maybe we know them, but maybe we don't know how to follow them. So this is a section, or maybe not a section. It's a different let's say a different topic, because we have business planning, we have people and productivity. So this one is record keeping. I don't know if you can get this book, but this is just from our group. It can help you. So I'm going to take you through today. I'll only speak about the records. Which records are you supposed to keep, or which records to keep? We don't keep everything, but which records are we supposed to be keeping? So I think maybe if you are in business, especially in our business, if you're not able to maybe keep count of how much you're earning or how much you're spending, it's going to be draining for you. At the end of the day, you'll see that your capital, or maybe when you want to buy the next bale, it's so hard for you, because you have not tracked down your expenses. Maybe you could have cut down on maybe spending a lot of, maybe on milk, or maybe such and such. So if you're not able to keep track of your expenses, or what you're purchasing, or how much you're owing your credit, your suppliers, it's going to be hard for you to plan for your next bill. So what actually are you supposed, what records are you supposed to keep? Now the first one is the cash transactions. Now this is the money that comes in your M-Pesa, or you're given, or maybe in your account, or you're given even cash. So I'm going to maybe tell you whatever I've done. I have 5 books. One is for my supplier, vile tunaandikanga list zinakuja. I also have money in and money out. That is one book, money in, money out. And I also have bills, my the opening stock and the closing stock. I also have a separate book for my contacts numbers. For example, if I have people who want camera addresses, I have the numbers, so that when I open a bill, I'll know who to call. When you open a bill, don't expect to sell to yourself. You also have to inform others that you're opening a certain bill. So I also have the debtors records. We have very good clients that I'm not saying they're taking things with debts. I'm saying they have paid deposits, but they have not finished their balances. So that is the debtors book, maybe the debtors record. So maybe you can maybe follow in that, maybe the steps I've said. For me personally, it works. If you have been struggling, I know it is hard, I have been there. And if you have been struggling, it is just okay. If you cannot get the 4 books or the 5 books, go with a big black book, section it in maybe five sections. This is money out, this is debtors records, this is creditors records, these are money in, money out, these are my contacts numbers for my clients. It is going to be easy for you if you have a book, one book, or maybe separate books that you can go each and every time to refer, or maybe to confirm, is this the correct amount that was in, this is the amount of money I've been spending, so and so, such and such. So make sure you also keep your records, the cash transactions, either through via M-Pesa, or maybe through the banks, or maybe the the cash that you've been given, the physical cash that you've been given. So make sure you keep it, so that it can be able. For example, let me just break it down. Maybe let's say the sales today was, maybe let's say 10,000, and the amount of money that it is in the till, or maybe in your account, it's around 6,000, and it means 4,000 you are given cash. Let's say maybe you have a few balances of maybe 2,000, and maybe the cash you have is 2,000. So you have a breakdown of, this is the amount I've sold, this is the amount that is in the till, this is the amount that the balances that are remaining for those people who have paid their deposits, and this is the cash I'm remaining with at the end of the day. You see, you have a strategic way of going back to refer. These are the people who are remaining with the balances. This is the amount of money I made on this day, such and such. So the details of debtors. So the ones that I've said, that is the second record that you're supposed to be keeping. Debtors ni wale wamelipa deposits but hawajamaliza balances. So when you keep a record like that, you'll be able to know how much time have I given, and you write the date. How much have I given this person the duration to pay the remaining balance? You still go back and see, on this particular day, I opened a bale of dresses, I opened a bale of jeans, and these are the people who are remaining with the balances. Follow up by calling, sending messages. That is how you're going to recover the balances. I said, when somebody pays a deposit, or maybe the deposit, make sure you give that person a frame of time to work with to pay the remaining balance. Usimwache akae nayo, because it's not going to help you. And like I say, to be on the safer side, make sure if you're selling a cloth, or maybe a dress at 1,000, make sure that person gives you half of the deposit, which is 500 shillings. So 500, it means you're going to recover your capital to buy the next bale. Then the 500 is the profit that maybe if they even pay in 2 installments, or maybe at once, it will also help you. Now the second one, the sales records. That is, I've said the first one is the cash transaction, the detail of data, or maybe the data's records. And the third one is the sales records. This is the daily the daily, what do you call it? The daily record of what you have sold, what you have not sold in the shop. That will show you, today I've made losses, today I've made profit, today the sales were high. At the end of the month, also try and add all the sales from the first date till the 30th, and know if you're making sales, if you're making profits or you're making losses. So make sure you keep your sales records. Today Ivy has sold 6,000. Tomorrow she has sold 2,000. You go back and say, this day was high, today is low. Why? Try and find out why have I sold low on this day. How am I going to improve? You just don't sit there. That is why we are keeping these records. We want to keep count at this particular month, or maybe this 3 or 4 months. It has been low season. So maybe the next year you'll be able to plan well. Maybe let's say the month of April, May, June, you're going to slow down, or maybe take the low cost bales, because maybe business is low. Sales zinatusaidia kujua the type of bales also to go for, because you're going to refer, hii siku ilikuwa chini, hii miezi imekuwa chini, so maybe you'll improve on the next year. Now the next record is the cost record. This one shows the amount of money where your business spends. For example, if you are buying bales, that is cost bale. You're buying a bale of 18,000, and maybe the next time you're going to buy, I'll tell you, today bales zimeenda juu, I'm selling at 20,000. So it helps you to you also keep count of how you are buying things, how much they're increasing, how much you bought on this particular day, and so on. So so that it can be easier for you to know, last time I bought this, so this time I bought at a higher price, so it means my clothes also I'm going to sell at a higher price. And so I think also, if I can maybe say one, I feel that it is very, very important. Salary, also the salary records. Personally, I said for me, I prefer paying daily than monthly. Personally, that is for me. I prefer paying my workers daily, because I don't know how much I'm going to be overwhelmed at the end of the month. I don't want to, also maybe they have also expenses that they have to cater each and every day. So I feel what works best for me, it is daily. And at the end of the month, you don't have to have a lot of stress, because, okay, for example, I have maybe the rent of the shop, two shops at that maybe at that note. So I don't want to be overwhelmed with salaries also. So I also pay my salaries to my staffs every day. And I feel it works best for me. I've mentioned why. So also keep the salary records, so that this is the amount I'm paying this particular person on one day. And it's quite easier. If he or she misses 2 or 3 days, you're not going to pay, because he or she is not in work, at work, sorry. But for me personally, if my staff is sick, um I will send something. I will send something for him or her. That is the kind of boss I am. So I think maybe I've taken you through the type of records to keep, and I've explained. Make sure you keep you keep your records well. If I can maybe just maybe mention it as we close the video, I've said you keep the cash transactions. This is the money that comes in through your till, or maybe the physical cash, or maybe the bank, the money channeled through your bank. The debtors records, those who are remaining with your balances after they have given you the deposits. Don't have a debtors record that people are not even giving you any balance, any deposit. So make sure these are people who have given you deposits. Sales records, that is the amount of money you're making in each and every day. And costs, what you're buying or what your business is buying, so that you can track maybe if this time you've bought high, if maybe imeenda chini, and such and such. And I've also said the salary records. So for me personally, I think those are the type of records you're supposed to keep as a business person. There's so many records, like if you are a supplier, we have the opening stock and the closing stock, the brought forward, the addition. Today I've added 14 bells, tomorrow I've sold this. We also have those type of records for suppliers. But for us who as we are also selling pieces, those are the records that can also help us. But I can say, out of all those I've mentioned, please make sure you make sure you update your record for the cost records. The cost records, actually it means the money that is coming, sorry, the cost records, it's different from whatever I wanted to say, but the cost records nimesema it determines unanunua nini, umespend how much. But there's also the one that I've said, which is a book that you have to have separate, which is money in and money out, so that you understand how much am I spending. Am I overspending? Am I on my budget? Have I gone overboard? For example, for us ladies, sometimes we overspend, but sometimes also we are within the budget. So it will help you. If yesterday you overspent, you're going to tell yourself, kama leo nilikula sana town, itabidi nipunguze kukula ndio hii pesa isaidie biashara. So try and also think alongside that lane. So thank you so much, guys. Keep on subscribing. Definitely I'll see you on the next video.